the keys.
There's parts of my life that I've wanted to experience that I've got to because of this group. So, yeah.
Now we're gonna move back to the drum set with Mr. North.
I kind of just let go and muscle memory takes over.
Now to the bass with the wheels of love.
Having a place to utilize your skills, go and fail a bunch, learn and like get better. That's been like what Uncommon has been for me.
To just be as one with everybody on stage around me. That's like where I am.
We have found Evans on trombone. The Bulldogs on trumpet.
The community has been like incredibly supportive of us and has helped blow us up farther than we actually ever thought we could.
Jay Arnold on saxophone.
You can't beat hearing your favorite music live.
The handsome, the gorgeous. Chase Boohager on lead vocals.
I feel untouchable. Like, this is where I belong.
Well, it started. There are a couple of us from the UW Eau Claire music program that played in the jazz bands together, and we wanted to have a band that played some like funk and soul music. That's kind of stuff that I grew up listening to and always wanted to play. For a lot of the people, it was just that text reaching out, hey, I kind of want to start this project, and this is kind of our goals. We want to actually get out and gig and perform instead of just rehearsing and talking about playing someday.
The first iteration of the band was like called the Tritones.
And they wanted to be more of the party band style, so they put enough together for like an hour and a half set and called themselves Common Denominator based off of like a Facebook poll of what the name should be, which is really funny.
We went with that, and then we ended up having to change it. We found just the right people to get it off the ground, and we were able to consistently gig right out of the gate from when we started, and we just kept going.
We get a range of gigs from the party wedding band to bars and smaller venues that just kind of want an opener or us as a headliner. We do charity events or private corporate events. And then on the rare occasion and the most like nice occasion, we get like a headlining, at one point stadium-ish, Ghost in Madison gig.
We're a cover band and like we play the songs, we try to play them as true to the originals as we can, but we like really try to inject our own like fun and soul and personality like into it.
Since most of us were music majors or in music in college, we are very able to like just hear a song and then like put it on actual sheet music. And then once we have that, we kind of just make it our own from there, whether it's just like messing around in a rehearsal and be like, oh, hey, that bass line actually sounds really cool. You should do that instead.
I kind of like that bass line you're playing. Did you just write that shit? Oh, yeah.
Or it happens on a live gig where one of us just does something different and we're like, oh, we should keep that. That's really cool.
I majored in music composition at Eau Claire, and I found that I really enjoy arranging and putting my own spin on the songs that we play. When we first started out, I felt like I had to transcribe the songs and really stick to the original recording.
But at the same time, we get to add a little bit in, like salt, pepper of our own.
And trying different little things and like noticing that. And there's like an interplay that goes on. So we're not necessarily changing the songs or the harmonies or anything like that. But there's an interplay where there's an excitement there, I think. Some improv, there's room for improv and creativity.
With an 8-piece, there's a lot you can do, but when you also have the talent, you could kind of give them just the general structure of the song and like just let them do their thing.
Often, I'll have a song stuck in my head at home and get an idea for a horn line, so I write it out so we can try it at the next gig.
It starts off as like just like a normal cover and then becomes uncommon.
Some of the fun is like in transition between songs, or the live performance, figuring out how to mix two songs together and kind of bridge a gap in between them. The more we play together, the more different ideas we come up with, and some you'll hear one night someone does it, and try it again the next time. Ooh, let's stick with that, and just kind of always being surprised at each other. It's cool.
I mean, music school is really important because like it's kind of where you get a lot of the knowledge, and you're told about and you study a lot of the foundational skills that you're going to use later in your life as a professional musician. But of course, there's no experience like the real hands-on experience of being in a professional band.
What I learned in Uncommon Denominator versus what I learned in school, I utilize those skills from Uncommon Denominator, from like cover band repertoire, a lot more, I think, than I use the skills I learned from school. I use both. Both are valuable, but like Uncommon has proven to be a very important education, and making like supporting myself while learning things and getting that experience was like huge.
While school is kind of like that incubation period, Uncommon in practice is where I gain, I think, the most valuable experience of just being a freelance musician or a professional musician.
I studied music composition as my like formal major, and they don't really cover like the business side of music. They don't cover the personal marketing of yourself to other people and sort of like the connections that you make.
But until you dive head first with 7 of your friends, like there is a lot to learn there.
We have to make our own set lists, and we all have to figure out what songs we're going to do and all that stuff. We have to contact venues, figure out how much we're getting paid.
Figure out like what you're worth as a musician. That is not something they ever teach you in school. That's like you have to figure out like as you're doing it, and it's really scary. I'm just very grateful that I've like had, people around me supporting me, and we've all been kind of like figuring it out together, and yeah.
Twice we've gone to Madison, and we've played in at Breese Stevens Field, which is a soccer stadium in Madison on the Isthmus there. And that's super cool because we were playing to a crowd of like, I think it was a couple thousand people.
And we're doing the sound check specifically, and I can hear like the sound of my voice bouncing off all the buildings. I was like, oh, this is going to be special. This is going to be really cool.
You walk up on stage, it's like, whoa, look at all the people, like The first year it was super, I was just so adrenalized and like nervous because there was like fireworks behind us and strobe lights and all this crazy stuff. We were able to do that again, and I went up on stage and I had prepared the music a ton, and I just felt so at home in front of that many people. It was like a huge, I think that's the best memory. Getting to do that with this crew has been like, yeah.
And then also there was a time when Bernie Sanders came to the UW Eau Claire campus, and then we were pegged to be his backup band basically as he came on and off stage. And that was really, really cool to be a part of an event of that magnitude. You know, that one in particular is probably my favorite memory. So that was awesome.
Playing cover music, I think, has been huge because you're learning all these amazing parts. All the parts are like so perfectly crafted of the rep we play. Like learning how to honor that really has been a huge education, and that's been super fulfilling for me.
That's why music appeals to me, I think, the most, is just, it's an experiential thing unlike anything else that I've ever encountered in my life, and it's a really wonderful feeling.
And the people that we've been able to play with over the years have been phenomenal.
There's parts of my life that I've wanted to experience that I've got to because of this group.
But being able to do this with my friends, like having that camaraderie, really has been super rewarding, I think.
Once you're there playing, it feels like home.
And it's just an incredible group of people to be around, an incredible group of musicians, unbelievably talented. Like, just being able to be on stage and just listen to them play is just incredible. They're insane.